We're back here in studio here in 2FM talking to our rising artists for 2025, and we're so excited to say that we've already been playing the next artist on our list. He has a song called Blew My Life Up, is CamrinWatsin, and you're on the rising list for 2025. Welcome to 2FM.
Cheers, it's great to be here. It's a bit of a mad one. I'm not used to this a bit nervous.
Are you?
Yeah, small bit nervous, yeah, I have to say, but I'm happy to be here. I'm delighted to be here.
Oh, listen, we are so delighted to have you on the list. So thank you so much for coming in to us. We're playing your songs already on the radio. We've played a couple of them all year. You're a DJ, you're a producer, you've got big things planned for 2025. But let's go back. Let's go back to how long you've been doing this.
I've been doing this 3 years, not as long as a lot of people in the scene. 3 years, yeah.
So during lockdown or something, was it?
Yeah, just I think it was just after lockdown.
Okay.
So I was sick of the usual, going home playing the Xbox, and I loved music. Like, I really had a big interest in music from a young age, but I never actually went and put the head down and got into the laptop. And one day my dad has all the software out the back garden in his office, and I just said, you know what, I'll have a go with it. I'll have a go. And I just fell in love with it straight away. It was like an addiction. Like, I just loved doing it.
And was always going to be dance music for you?
To be honest with you, the first thing I tried to make was hip hop beats, was rap beats, yeah. And I don't know, I just didn't get a buzz off it, you know what I mean? It wasn't me. I love listening to rap, but making it just wasn't me. I got a much different buzz off making dance tracks. Because
we know that your dad, back in the day, as you said, he was a hip hop producer for a crew back in the day.
Yeah.
So he obviously, there was a little bit of an influence there.
Oh yeah, major influence, yeah. I'd have to say, yeah, every bit of music I make, or the sounds I use, or it all stems from what my dad would have shown me when I was growing up. Yeah, big time.
So when you were putting together music then yourself then with your dad's old gear, but then you decided to kind of go towards the dance route, was there any sort of Irish or UK acts that you were looking at that you kind of going, do you know what, I want to follow their trajectory?
Yeah, I'm gonna in the dance scene, I'm gonna say an obvious one here in Ireland, which is Belters Only. I have major influence from them two boys. Obviously they were solo artists before they became a duo. Robert G and Busy is what they went by, and I've been listening to them since I'm 22 now, so that's nearly 10 years, do you know what I mean?
So you've been listening to Belters Only, you've been listening to Bissett before he was part of the Belters Only crew.
Yeah, and the same with Robbie G as well. They're making dance tracks since they're like, 17, 18 themselves. So
were you following them on their SoundCloud
on
and
their
stuff?
SoundCloud, just the proper underground stuff. I really enjoy listening to their stuff, and they would have another major impact on what I produce now as well. Yeah.
Have you ever chatted to them? Are you involved in them in any way?
Yeah, no, funny enough, it's mad. It's a bit of a full circle moment. I get on with them very well now. I consider them two of the boys. Like, I've actually worked on stuff with them as well in the background. That might be coming in 2025. But it's crazy. That was a big full circle moment for me. You know what I mean? Going from listening to them, being a major fan, then one day I get a text, here, come on up to the studio with them. I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I was starstruck, to be honest with you.
We had Jazzy on the show recently, and she was shouting out your name as well. I asked her about your name, and people that she has her eye out for 2025 as well, and your name was top of the list in terms of Irish DJs and producers. Legend. How does that feel?
Oh, big love for Jazzy. Big love for Jazzy. Yeah, it's crazy. Even hearing it from Jazzy as well is just puts it into perspective,
Tell me about putting the music together and then getting it out there. What was the first thing that you did?
The first thing, so my first step was SoundCloud. I kind of went heavy on SoundCloud. I didn't really do anything else other than SoundCloud. Like, I didn't bother putting my music on Spotify quite yet. I kind of wanted to get, I wanted to perfect the craft a bit more before I released on all platforms. So I started heavily on SoundCloud, and instantly, I got a really good reaction on SoundCloud. There was natural plays coming in, and then I was like, that's what kind of spurred me on as well to keep making music. Because I was like, I actually get a bit of a buzz off watching the streams kind of go up. And bear in mind, this was like 10,000 streams after a month, but I still got a kick off that, you know what I mean? Because I was like, this feels really good knowing that someone's after listening to what I'm after putting so many hours into. So SoundCloud for months and months, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna have to bite the tongue and put my face up on TikTok and Instagram, and I just started slowly put myself out there. I got more and more comfortable doing it, because bear in mind, I was a very quiet, I still am, I'd like to consider myself a quiet person. Now, people might not think that from what they see on socials, but I'm a quiet person at heart, you know what I mean? So it was very different to put myself out there and promote myself. But yeah, I went heavy on SoundCloud to start. That's where I started. So SoundCloud is my go-to platform, even still to this day. Yeah. I post the most music on that platform still, unreleased snippets and stuff like that. It's a great platform. great platform.
And it actually is so interesting as well, isn't it, how you can get your music out there. Like, you've grown up in Kildare. Whereabouts in Kildare?
Robertstown, little tiny village out in the sticks, yeah.
Shout out to Robertstown in County Kildare.
Yeah.
But there you are, putting your music on the places like SoundCloud, but also you've got a really huge following on TikTok as well. So like, you're at home and you're getting this fan base and not moving from Kildare. It's brilliant the way you can just reach people like that. So tell me about your work on TikTok and what you've done to grow on TikTok as well.
So I kind of noticed like the bigger artists were starting to pop off on TikTok, or some artists that you'd never heard of before suddenly pop up out of blue and they have a worldwide hit through TikTok. And I was like, this is such a great platform and I really need to utilize it, you know. And I did, and like, it was one of the second, I think it could have been the second or third track that I actually started promoting on TikTok. It just rocketed then. It was a remix of Georgia Smith's Blue Lights. Yeah. It has, to this day, over 7 million streams on SoundCloud. And that was my first where people were like, okay, who's this CamrinWatsin fella, you know? I started getting a couple of gigs off the back of that then. And but that was from using TikTok. And from then on, I was like, yeah, look, I'm not going to look back now. It's time, bite the tongue, you know, just do it. Just get out there, get yourself out there, promote. And I haven't looked back. TikTok is my most used social media at the moment, yeah.
Collaborating with artists and vocals as well. Yeah. Who's your dream artist to collaborate with that would maybe sing on a track or maybe co-produce it with you?
Vocalist wise, there's a lot. I'd have to put Becky Hill up there. Becky Hill would be a dreamy one. You know yourself, major vocals. There's another one called Clara Lasan. She is very, very good. I think she produces all her own stuff as well, and then she sings, but her voice is unbelievable. I just think it would sit so nice on a good house track. Collaboration wise, I'd love to get in the studio with the likes of Ketmar or Malgrab. I'd absolutely love it.
Are they your big ones?
Yeah. Just I don't know. I can't figure out how they make their music, and like, that's a very good thing, obviously, because it shows how unique and how much they stand out and the hours they would have put in to get the sounds that they use. You know what I mean? I just think they stand out a mile. You know, I'd love to get in the studio with them.
Okay, you never know. You never know.
One day, hopefully.
Put it out there. Keep the work ethic up, and you never know what could happen.
One day, hopefully, yeah.
With your live performances now as well, what can people expect when they go to see a CamrinWatsin show?
Plenty of unreleased. I like teasing unreleased music at my shows. I get a good feeler for what to put out next.
Is that a nerve-wracking thing for you, like going up on stage in front of people, or what's your vibe?
Do you know what? That's probably the easiest part of my job. Okay. I'd actually nearly prefer to do that than sit down and make a few content videos on social media, you know. I love getting up on stage and playing in front of people. I get a great buzz off it. But yeah, no, I love playing.
You
live.
love it?
I love playing live, yeah.
People looking at you and everything, it doesn't faze you?
No, it doesn't faze me at all.
Doesn't faze you at all?
Yeah,
love it.
It doesn't faze me at all, yeah. No, I love it. I love every second.
Have you heard your song on the radio?
I have.
What's that like?
No, that's a mad feeling, yeah. Like, I used to work an apprenticeship, and you'd be listening to the radio. You're forced to listen to the radio, going to jobs, and going from hearing all these tunes. And I obviously heard the Belters lads getting talked about on the radio, and I was like, that's so cool. Like, and then now it's happening to me. It's crazy. Like, it doesn't feel real. It actually doesn't feel real.
Do people ring you kind of go, I've just heard your track?
Yeah, I get a lot of texts. Some family members are like, oh my God, I'm just after hearing Cameron on the radio, you know, my mom, my gran and all. Oh, I'm just after hearing Cameron. And I'm like,
what do they like about it? What are they kind of?
Yeah, they find it hard to comprehend as well. They love it. They really do. Yeah, they love it. Yeah, especially obviously with my dad being in the music scene before. Yeah, it's like I'm following his footsteps sort of way. You know, it's cool. It's very cool.
Well, listen, Cameron, congratulations. We are delighted to have a brilliant Irish dance element on our list of 10 for our rising list of 2025 here on 2FM. Cannot wait to go and rave and see what brilliant new tunes you're going to bring to us for the next year. And thank you so much for chatting to us.
Cheers. Thanks very much for having me.